Watson.
There he is, Aaron Watson, everybody. Come on in, have a seat.
You too.
Here he is. He's making the rounds.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
This guy will shake hands with everybody.
I like it.
At the sake of our ratings, he will shake hands with everybody. Sorry about your ratings.
No, you should have thought about your ratings before you invited me on here. I'm just throwing that out there.
What's up, buddy?
I'm good. I'm glad I didn't wear that shirt.
Have a seat. Were you going to wear the same cardigan?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the one behind you or the one?
The one behind me.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't wear that shirt.
I thought he was taking a jab at your pink shirt and your cardigan.
I would have accepted that and said, I'm glad you didn't wear my pink shirt and cardigan as well.
Well, I do have a cardigan.
One?
I have one.
At home?
My daughter bought it for me.
And do you wear it?
I wore it once when we went to a Taylor Swift concert. And
because that's a Taylor Swift thing. How did you like going to a Taylor Swift concert?
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I'll tell you, I've cried at 2 concerts in my career, and one was at Paul McCartney when he got up there and sang a song that he wrote for John, and then the other one was the Taylor Swift concert. I cried.
What moved you about that?
Just this music that I've been enjoying with my daughter her whole life from when she was little, and then seeing her just lose her mind, going crazy, having fun, and she started crying. And I think I looked at her at some point and I was like, my little girl is growing up quick. And I realized I was having like a moment, I realized I was having a moment, and it was pretty special. And it was a fun concert, you know. My daughter was very impressed that like I was getting recognized and took some selfies. But I did tell her, I said, hey, I want you to look at this section we're sitting. Go down, because your dad's already done the math for what I paid for the tickets. I said, go down 8 rows, from here down 8 rows, all the way over to the next walkway aisle. I said, those seats, your old man has to play about 150 shows a year to make that much money. So just letting you know how amazing, like, I was like, girl, I'm thinking the math, of course, there's no telling what her production cost, but it was a fun show. And
yeah, the big show. People love the not obviously the songs, but how she pulls off that show.
It's so impressive. Yeah. And I mean, I've always been a Taylor Swift fan. I grew up, my buddy Scott, his mom is Liz Rose. So like
wrote all the songs early with Taylor, yeah.
I remember in like the early 90s going over to Liz's house, and there was some guitars, and I remember asking Scott, like, what's up with the guitars? And I remember Scott going, I don't know. Mom thinks she's going to be a songwriter or something. And so that's just such a great story in itself. So, but the weirdest thing ever happened to me, and at the Taylor Swift concert, I guess there was one of the openers was like Biba Doobie or something.
I'm going to bet you're not pronouncing that right, but I don't know.
I'm probably not saying it right. Okay. I need my daughter here. She really helps me out.
You might be saying it right, though. I've just not heard that.
So after Biba Dooba or Biba Doobie.
Mike, we're going to come to you in a second for an official explanation of who it is.
It is Biba Doobie.
You're right. Congratulations.
Yes, right.
All right.
Mike, thank you, Mike.
I'm not familiar with that artist.
So my daughter goes, Dad, after Biba Doobie's performance, Jolie looks at me and goes, Dad, if you need to go to the bathroom, now is the time, because Taylor's show's like 3 hours. So I was like, okay, let's go. So we go up to the bathrooms. There is a mile-long line in the girls' bathroom. The guys' bathroom, there's no line. So I was like, thank you, Lord. I walk in about the same time as this like high school dude. We walk through the first set of doors. We walk in the next set of doors. This bathroom is packed full of high school girls.
Oh, wanting to get a quicker way into the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. They're in the men's bathroom, and that high school boy was like, he said, I remember he goes, oh, heck no. Me, I'm in my 40s, and I don't have that kind of negotiating power with myself anymore. It's like, I'm not going to make it 3 hours. Dude, there are 4 other dads pulled up to these urinals, right? And I'm looking at all these girls, and I'm looking at this situation, and like my mind's racing, like, what do I do? What do I do? A dad walks away from one of the urinals. It's my turn, and he kind of gives me this like, I don't know what to do. What do you do kind of look. So I'm like, okay, we're doing this. So I pull up to the urinal to do my thing, And in the middle of the process, some girl behind me says, "Hey, Aaron, why don't you sing us a song?"
Oh yeah, nice.
No.
And I was like, that was pretty messed up. And I literally said that. I said, "Girls," and they're all laughing. I said, "Girls, that's messed up. That's messed up, girls." And I mean, but we had so much fun. I love going to concerts, and it's fun. That's kind of me and
Do
my
you get
daughter's
to
thing.
go to many concerts though? Because you're on the road a lot.
Not a lot. I don't get to go to a lot
Every
of
time
concerts.
I see you on TikTok, you're on the road. You're doing a show.
Yeah.
Are you doing a lot of shows?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're on the road a lot playing shows.
My daughter has the Bands in Town app, and so I'm like, find the dates where, we're going to a George Strait concert. We bought tickets this week, and it's on a day that I have off. And so we have a lot of fun. She has a long list of artists we're going to go see, and I'll be honest, I know a lot of them about as well as Biba Doobie.
I do not know Biba Doobie. That's the thing. I never even heard of Biba Doobie. Like I'm out of
Yeah.
cool.
I'm sometimes just like she's taken me to places where I look like that dad. Like I'm like, let's go. But just seeing her smile and sing, like whatever it takes.
Do you feel though like when you go to these shows with your daughter, like does she like any of the music that you also liked? And does that ever hit you? Like it's so cool that she likes music that I also like older stuff.
Oh yeah, like she loves the Beatles. She loves Elton John. I posted a video a while back. She's in there at night. I can hear her in there in the bathroom getting ready for bed, and she is just singing Keith Whitley at the top of her lungs. So it's cool. Like we did this little cover album just for fun couple years back called Cover Girl, and I did it actually as a project with Jolie because all Jolie was listening to was Taylor Swift. And I said, well, Taylor's great. I go, there are so many, like you need to know the Emmylou Harrises of the world. Like, and so it's fun for she and I. We take a lot of drives, whether it's in my truck or the Corvette or the Jeep. We take these drives just to listen to music, and she's in control of the radio, so you never know what I'm going to be listening to.
What about your son? He plays with you. I think he's good.
Dude, well, I already have labels calling about him, and I'm like, the boy hasn't even recorded anything yet. He's so good.
He's older though.
Yeah, Jake is 19, and so Jack, and then there's Jack who's 18. Jack is too smart to be in the music industry. Jack already has like 200 ounces of silver and a couple ounces of gold. Like he works by stock. Like I was showing Jack some of my most horrible investments I've ever made, thinking that would show him like, hey, you win some, you lose some. And he looked at me and he goes, why would you have ever thought that company was a good idea? And I was like, okay, well, now you actually think Pops is even probably dumber than you already did. So that backfired on me. But I'm having more fun. I'm telling you right now, if they gave an award out for a country artist that has the most fun at their shows, I would win it because I love what I'm doing. But now I'm literally like on stage with my son and we're jamming out. I'll go over there and, mess with him and undo a pearl snap, or I'll go up and button the top pearl snap, and I just love messing with him. And then I just hand him the mic, and I'm like, Pops is tired. Dad's tired. And, dude, and they go nuts for him, and he's a great songwriter. He's going to be dangerous.
Was there a point where he was actually good enough? Did you ever let him play with you when he wasn't quite there to help him get there? And then there was a point where you realized, oh, now he can actually play with this. I don't really have to prop him up anymore.
Yeah, I was very protective for a while. Like if he was singing a song, I'd have the mic just waiting to see. Like if he kind of stumbled, I could jump in and sing with him. But he's been getting on stage with me since he was, 5 or 6, because he just loves to play. And now he has my whole show memorized. And like a couple weeks ago, my drummer, his flight got delayed and we had sound check. So my son just jumped in there behind the drums. He knows the entire show on the drums too. He knows the entire show on the guitar. He's super talented, and it's fun to watch.
Is he a better guitar player than you?
Oh, like when he was 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but Jake started with the Beatles, then got into like Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits.
Like Dire Straits, yeah.
And then, I mean, he just started learning all this crazy stuff. And honestly, and I'm not like the biggest John Mayer fan. Like, I have a great appreciation for his music, and I like a lot of his songs. But a lot of John's acoustic stuff is so like Chet Atkins. It's just got that country fingerstyle guitar picking, and Jake learned all that stuff. So his playing is so good, and he's hungry. He calls me, he's in college, so he'll call me late at night, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I should be studying, but I'm working on a song. And I'm like, well, I know your mom says she wants you to make good grades. I'm like, if you could just like, have good attendance and pass, but don't tell your mom I said that.
What's Amarillo like now? It's been probably 2 years since I've been there.
Well, I grew up there.
Are you not there
No,
anymore?
I've been in Abilene for a while now.
It's been 3 years since I've been there. What's Abilene like?
It's growing like crazy. They've got like it's supposed to like double in size over the next 10 years because like Google has showed up, and some AI deals showed up. I mean, we live about 20 minutes south of town, kind of where the hill country starts, Buffalo Gap, Texas. It's a thriving
Is it only
metropolis.
you guys?
No, it's actually started growing, but we're out in the middle of nowhere, so it's pretty nice.
What about you? You got a pretty big ranch, piece of land out there?
Yeah, we've got a big ranch out there. We built a ranch house on the edge of this little canyon that has a bluff behind it, and I built that place just to write songs. So we use that house for a lot of different reasons. I have writers come in. My bus driver, band guys will stay there sometimes.
So that's not your primary house?
No.
Oh.
It's kind of like the doghouse. Like, also, if I get kicked out of the house, I'm like, not.
But it's on the same property?
No, it's about
different property.
5 or 6 miles away.
Oh.
So, but it's a really cool place. And like, if someone at church, needs a place to stay, I'm like, well, you can go to the ranch house. So we do a lot of writing at the ranch, and I've recorded a lot of vocals there. But that I don't know. It's just kind of it's my happy place. And also too, like, whenever I go out to the ranch, I will look around, and I'm like, I bought this with a song, like a lot of songs, not one, but like a lot of songs. But it always makes me go, wow. People always say, you think someday you'll ever like make it? And I was like, that's an interesting statement, because what is make it? And I've always told people the reason why I'm successful is because I made sure that that my goals were achievable. Like, if I would have started off my career saying, I want to be bigger than George Strait someday, or as big, that's a pretty big dream. But my goal was, it would be really awesome if someday I had a career where I could write my songs, record my songs, play shows, and do well enough that I could provide for my family. And so that's, I've been able to achieve that.
When you talk about seeing your house going, I got that because I wrote songs. Sometimes I look at my swimming pool and go, I was able to get that because I just say stuff. That's crazy to me.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way that I'm like, what in the world? It feels like it should be against the law.
Because a swimming pool to me meant somebody made it. Do they even call swimming pools? They call it pools.
Pool.
Okay. Is that weird when I say swimming pool?
I call it a swimming pool.
Well, do you say washing powder?
What? A what?
Okay, never mind.
They like
detergent.
Obviously, I'm from Arkansas, but I have things that I haven't been able to shake consciously.
Yeah.
So I will just say things, for example, that wasn't on purpose. I say swimming pool, and if I'm talking about doing the laundry, I think I've been better, but it's always been like, yeah, we'll use some washing powder and we'll.
That's awesome. I'm going to start using that.
No, it's never on purpose, but that's what they're alluding to. Is at times I can't shake some of that fundamental Arkansas language.
I like it though. It's like I'm going to use that when I get home. That I'm going to be like, babe, where are the flips of washing powder?
She can be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So, no, I'm the same way. I'll say something, and I can't think of a word right now, but I'll say something, and people be like, what did you just actually say? And I don't know if it's, being raised in West Texas, and my mom was
For sure,
born in-
West Texas vernacular. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
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 Definitely.
How long you guys been married?
Well, how long actually, or how long does it feel?
Well,
Maybe I shouldn't answer the second one.
I would not answer the second one at all. I'd avoid that one.
Hey, Mike, edit that.
Got it.
He's talking to Mike now too. Mike.
Control Alt Delete or whatever.
We cut it.
Gosh, 24 years. She's put up with me for 24 years.
It's hard to say like why or like what's the reason, but what do you feel like is the common thread in relationships like yours that have lasted?
A good woman that's patient. And I think the best way I can describe it is like, I remember when I was like 4 or 5, my mom and dad got into a knockdown, drag out argument. And I remember mom slammed the front door, and I was in bed, and my bedroom was the closed in single car garage that my dad, when my sister was born, he turned that into my bedroom. So when mom fired up the car that night, I remember the headlights like lit up my room, and I was pretty upset about it. And when I'm sure mom drove down the street to her sister's house, my Aunt B. I have an Aunt B. And I'm sure they had like a Diet Coke, and she cooled off, and she came home. And when she came home that night, she came into my room, and I was so little, but I remember this. She said, I asked her, I said, what happened with you and Dad? And she said, well, we had an argument. And I was like, well, what happened? Like what was going on? And she said, well, I'm just going to tell you this. She said, right now, I do not like your daddy. She said, but I love him with all my heart. And I think that's the mentality that because that's the mentality you got to have, because I'm not naturally like that. Like, I'm more dramatic, like the sky is falling. If there are times where I'm like, if it wasn't for the kids, like I just want to pack my bags and hit the road. Of course, I'd get 10 miles down the road and be like, where am I actually going? But that's how I work. That's how my mind works. And, I just think it's one of those things where, for me in this phase of my life, it's just, it's not easy. I mean, I'll just say this, it's just not easy. Not easy. Sometimes I'll say like impossible. So,
You're really selling this.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's one of those things.
You're really
like,
making you feel like the villain, and she's the greatest superhero of all time.
well,
He was the one that was. He's saying he's going to pack his
I
bags
know, that's what I'm
and
saying.
leave.
Like, he's the one that's like, I gotta go.
I think maybe if she's here, she'd be like, "Well, I was
I
already
think
gone."
if she was here, she'd just slap him and say, Aaron, stop talking.
keep your mouth shut.
yeah.
Should we give him a shovel?
No, it would be this look she gives me where it's like, please stop talking, where she just does the side eye like. It's
yeah, you don't
that
have to say
one.
anything. You just
It
know.
sounds like there's moments where y'all don't like each other, but you love each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's
I
one
think
of those.
that's any relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, 110%.
If the true love is there,
Yeah.
the unconditional love.
The secret, though, I mean, I don't know the secret. If we're gonna be married, if we make it 50-something years, bro, we still got the other side of the mountain to go. So it's like, but I think it's just that. It's just trying really hard to work through the tough stuff, and man, we've had some tough stuff. I mean, we lost a child together, and I think if we were to like probably dig deep into counseling, I do think that was hard on she and I both.
Mm-hmm.
Just there were, and at that time we had like literally a 4-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and like we had 3 little ones already. So, I mean, I don't know. It does make for good songwriting material, you know, and that's life. And a lot of times I try to capture those feelings and put it into a song. And I try to do that with a lot of my music. Like, man, if I'm feeling something, I try to be real about it, because you have to think there's other people out there that are going through those kind of things. And I've always found music to be very therapeutic. So
Even to write.
oh, writing's my favorite thing. Writing it's what I live for. Like, I wake up in the morning excited to make coffee and go sit on the back porch and write. And I tell you, there's like me writing right now, I'm a different writer. Like, I know I'm not supposed to talk about the next record. We've got this new record,
Yeah,
Horse
we're
Named
just
Texas.
about to do one with 26 songs here.
Yeah, and it's gonna have 40 on it when it's all said and done. But I've already finished the next record, and
Don't say that one's even better. You know, we're focused on this one.
can't help it. Can't help it. But the thing about it is that, like, I don't know why now I feel like my mom's always said I was I remember saying, "Mom, am I ever gonna grow sideburns?" And she was like, "Baby, you're just a late bloomer." So I don't know if it's my songwriting has been kind of a late bloomer. I'm so proud of all my past 25 years of songs, but I just feel like I'm seeing things differently. I don't know if it's just a combination of where I'm at in life, or probably too, it has a lot to do with the fact that I have 2 kids that are writing, and I want them to see my work ethic. I want them to see how hard I work at my craft, those kind of things.
Explain, like I'm 5, what it means to be an independent artist, which you are.
A lot of freedom. And that's one reason why I'm independent. Also, survival. I mean, if you have a dream and you want to be a country singer and, you know, no labels in town, think you're good enough, well, do you just give up on your dream? And it's a much different environment than it was. I mean, even when we first met, you know, almost 10 years ago or whatever. I mean, back then, go back and look at country music award shows in 2015, 16, 17. Like, it's me and about 3 other dudes that have buckles and cowboy hats and boots on. And back then, that they called me a hat act. Back then, you know, I was Texas music and it wouldn't work outside of Texas. And, you know, and so I love now when Ella Langley has a song that right off the bat talks about my 2 hometowns, Amarillo and Abilene. The first second I heard that song, I made a video and I was like, this is going to be the big song. This is going to be a #1 hit. So, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I think that I do take a little pride in being able to talk to a lot of independent artists and saying, hey, what's your business model? It's about running a good business, making good business decisions. But I also love the fact that, like, I'm recording, I've got sessions into March. We're recording some fun little side projects. I'm recording again in May. I just love the fact that I don't have to ask some record label, like, is it okay if I do this? Is it okay? You know, if I get excited about the music, that's what matters. So
Sounds like the good is you as a creative can do the creative things that you want to do. It sounds like the difficult thing is, especially early, is nobody's funding it. You're having to fund everything yourself. You're having to find all the money to make all the things happen.
Yeah, that's like we've got this 5-year plan, and this new album, Horse Named Texas, is day 1. And we're going to be going to radio over the next 5 years.
Well, you're here now.
I'm here.
When you're literally here now.
Day 1.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
This is day 1.
Making sure you know where you are. We're not at Chick-fil-A. Like, we're here.
This is day 1.
Okay, good.
I was like, day 1 of my 5-year plan, we must be on the Bobby Bones show.
There are 26 songs on this record. It's a lot of songs.
Yeah.
Did you not part with some of them? Did you want why that? Why? I'm just always, when it's an odd number like 26. If it were 11 or 12, I get it, standard.
Yeah.
If it were 40 and you're like, it's a double album, but 26 is kind of an odd number of songs. Why?
Yeah. Well, we had them recorded. They're all songs I'm proud of. And those are all songs that I wrote during that phase.
What would you call that phase? What was that season called?
Well, the last 4 years, a lot of ups and downs. I had 2 vocal cord surgeries, had a lot of time off. And for me, it's like I wrote all these songs together. And, you know, it's for me, I don't want to sit here and be like, I'm thankful I've had this long career. I've done enough. For me, I want to do more than I've ever done in the next 5 years. And so I love those songs. Those songs are finished. Those songs need to go out. I'm passionate about them right now, but I'm already having a hard time not wanting to push this next record I've already finished. And Greg is over there like, stop, do not.
Well, so am I. I'm like, stop talking about the next record. We got 26 songs here.
Can't
This
help
record
it.
that's out now.
It's my art. And it's like, it's one of those things. It's almost like talking about your kids. Like I found myself, especially when they were little and baseball and like we go in somewhere and next thing you know, I'm like, I talked about my kids the whole time and did not talk about the record. But it's just, you get excited about the music. And so, but yeah, Horse Named Texas, it's a story about my career. It's where I've been, where I'm at, and where I want to go, and why I do it. Like the second verse says, came up short, been bucked off, had my heart stomped in the dirt, but I got back up, got back on time and time again. And after all these years, I've learned a winner's just a loser who keeps on losing till the day they finally win. And that's just the story of, it's a lot like your story.
Fail Until You Don't. It's one of my books.
Absolutely. I should have made you a co-writer on there.
Or you just could have said, hey, buy Bobby's book, Fail Until You Don't on Amazon.
Hey, where's what camera do I look at?
Pick one. Go with that one.
right
Go
there,
with
that one
that
right
there.
there.
Aaron Watson here. Buy Bobby's new book, Fail Until
It's
You
not
Don't.
new. It's
It's been out a
definitely
few
old.
years.
Definitely.
His old book.
Actually inspired me to write this whole new album, Horse Named Texas, and it will change your life.
Where's my camera?
Right there.
Okay. Hey, it's Bobby here. I wrote that book, Fail Until You Don't, inspired by the record Horse Named Texas from Aaron Watson that came out years later, but I really felt it in my heart what it was going to say. So please check out Horse Named Texas now.
That's my dog right
See,
there.
that's back and forth.
That's my
See,
dog.
we both did that.
And
It's like you're a loser till you're not.
No,
yeah.
It's Fail Until You Don't. What are you talking?
it's like Fell
That's
Until
why
You
we're talking
Don't.
about horse named loser.
There's no other way
Yeah.
to say it.
No, Horse Named Texas.
But it's also, it's just one of those things like I love baseball. I love baseball. Hall of Fame hitter fell 70% of the time. So what do you, it's like I tell my boys, you went 0 for 4. Were you going to cry about it? Or are we going to work on the next game? Like, what are you going to do? I mean, if you have, you have to understand that's just part of the process. And also, why do you do it? Like, if I'm doing this to have big hits and number one records and all that stuff, win awards, like, if that's the reason I'm doing this, I'm going to be disappointed at the end of the day. But like the bridge says something like, if I choke or wind up broke, God knows I do it all over again, because if I write one song that saved a life, wouldn't that be worth it in the end? And that's why you do what you do. I get up on that stage. Those people have paid their hard-earned dollar to come see a show, and my job is real simple, just to give them a good time. And that's what I do every night. If we played a show in Knoxville a couple weeks ago, not gonna lie, when you see that you only pre-sold 8% of the tickets, you feel that like feeling inside. But at some point you suck it up. You go out there and you give them the best you got. And then, the next night is a sellout, and that's easy. But it's, I don't know, I'm just in a really good place with my music right now, and it's exciting. And like I said, Jake, my boy, is watching me. Man, he's watching me. And so I've got a lot to teach him. And also too, I am fixing to have some big moments, because his old man's not going to go down without a fight. I'm not going to just start opening up for him out of nowhere. Like, he's got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like getting out there and playing basketball with them. They're better than me. And I know that I think I may have pulled something right here. I can't let them see that, And I box them out a little harder, get a little more aggressive, fight dirty. You can't let those boys beat you. The old man. It's the old man thing.
I feel like you think you're dying, dude. You're scaring me. You're like, I got 5 years and I'm out of here. Just say to me that you're not dying.
I'm not dying.
Okay, good. That's all I want to hear.
Here's the deal.
Okay,
Well,
here's the deal.
We're all kind of
No, but he's
dying.
acting like I got 5 years and then they're going to spread my ashes at sea.
Here's the deal. I'll come back in 5 years and be like, okay, that 5-year plan didn't work. But this
fail until-
next 5-year
fail
plan,
until you don't.
this next 5 year, this is the one.
That's the one where you're opening for your son.
That's the one where I'm opening for Jake. I've got so much exposure. Just really glad we had that kid.
Tell me about Pontiac. What I think is interesting, and I love it, you wrote the song by yourself.
Yeah.
So is that one of those you just grab a guitar at home and you really didn't have it set? Can I do my romantic version of you writing this song and then you tell me how wrong I was?
Okay.
Whenever people write songs by themselves, I feel like there's just some sort of inspiration that happens and they just pick up a guitar and it wasn't in a calendar for a write because they're not writing with somebody and they're like, I have this idea, let me see how, and maybe you're even coming up with something for a write that you have coming up in the future and you're like, oh man, this is just kind of falling out of me. And the next thing you know, you're like, I don't think I need anybody. This is everything exactly how I want to say it. Anybody else putting it on it would change how I'd say it. So I think I'm going to record this as a work tape. And then eventually you fall in love with it so much. You're like, I'm going to record this as a song and then it becomes a single. That's the romantic version in my head.
That's very close. My whole life, when there's something going on in my world, like I will call my mom. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was like, so Mom, tell me, like, Dad, if he did this and it upset you, what would, like what do I do? And so that's where that song came from. That came from me, I don't know, doing something stupid, upsetting my wife, something's going on, and me just going to my mom and saying, hey, now there are a few, they say country music is like three chords in the truth. So that song has like 5 chords. So, and my mom drove a Monte Carlo.
And an occasional lie. Got it.
Monte
5 chords and an occasional lie. I like it though.
5 chords and a fib.
Okay, fair enough.
And I've never heard my mom cuss. And I actually called, and my mom, she's such a wonderful lady, and she's so straight-laced. Like, I had to take down an Instagram post 2 nights ago because my mom didn't like it. And it annoyed me so much. But that mama's boy inside of me went, fine.
Well, what did you do?
Well, I did an interview with my buddy, and he asked me what was the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me at my show.
Oh, no.
And I said, well, it's happened several times, but like having a lady breastfeeding her baby right in front of me, I was like, there was the cutest little baby boy you ever saw. And he's got on little headphones, and he's breastfeeding right there as I'm singing honky tonk songs. I was like, and the whole thing is I'm like, stare at the woman in her eyes, but I know something is going on down there, right? So we talked about it. So my wife, when she was breastfeeding, it's a brand called Hide-A-Hooter. It's actually, it's just something that a woman will drape over herself. And so we jokingly were like, we need to get some Aaron Watson Hide-A-Hooters at the merchandise booth. So I made a funny post about it, and my mom literally commented on my post, like, I don't like this. I don't think this is appropriate. And I was like, oh. I was like, Mom. I'm just kidding. She goes, I just don't think that's funny. She goes, I just don't like that. And she was like, I don't think, and I was like, fine. And whatever her mom control that she has over me, I just went up to the little 3 dots at the top and delete, and sorry,
So no Hide-A-Hooter merch coming.
No Hide-A-Hooter merch is coming.
So the song is about your mom.
Yeah. It's about leaning on her. It's kind of the same question you asked me earlier. Like, how long have you been married? Like, how did you get through that? Or how have you gotten this far? Like, what's the secret? It's me leaning on my mom, like, and I think a lot about my granddad. My granddad was a great guy, but apparently he had a phase of his life where he was drinking, making a lot of bad decisions. And I think about my sweet grandmother that just somehow kept that family together. And I mean, I think without a doubt, you have to give credit to my grandmother for keeping that thing together. So it's talking to mom about like, what did dad do? How did you do it? How did y'all do it? And so that's just kind of a special thing when you can take a memory, a moment in your life, and just kind of, it's like a snapshot of that moment in a song. So it's also, a song is fun to play live.
It also got added by a ton of radio stations. Your 5-year plan is working.
It's working.
Yeah. Congratulations. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play
Thank
it here.
you, brother.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Horse Named Texas is out. 26 songs. You proud of it? Say yes.
Say it. Say yes.
Yeah, say
So
yes.
proud.
Don't say that a second thing you're writing now. But
I think it's fair to say too, since we've talked a lot about my wife and how she's been putting up with me for a long time, I think we need to be honest that everyone needs to know that all the proceeds from the Horse Named Texas album go straight into her purse.
And to her wife, to the wife.
to
Yes,
her.
the wife foundation. Yes, that's good.
I get nothing.
That's good. I like that. Good to see you again, man.
Dude, it's great to see you guys. Proud of y'all, and I love your new place. It's really cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is radio. Day one radio.
They won.
I was confused for a minute.
All
I didn't know if you
downhill
knew
from
where
here.
you were. Yes.
All downhill from here.
Aaron Watson Music is the Instagram. Is that also your TikTok? I follow you on TikTok, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
You do, I told you this last time. Your TikToks are great.
Thanks, brother.
Do you ever get annoyed when they don't hit and you think it's really funny, or do you even look back to see if they hit?
I think of it as I'm just throwing darts because I've posted stuff that I thought was stupid. Like I'll give you a quick example. I was holding this lady's baby at the rodeo in Vegas, and I'm holding this little boy, and his pacifier pops out of his mouth and goes down into this crevice. And I reached down to get the pacifier, and when I found it, there's literally a full beer next to it. So I pulled out a beer and a pacifier, and I was like, yes. And the mom videoed that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. So I posted it, and the thing had like 30 million views. And I'm like, what? And then I'll post something good, and it's like 200 views. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Anyways, and I think about throwing darts. Maybe one will hit. I don't think much of it. But I want to be consistent with. I got some good ones coming up this next week.
In the next
He's
5
already
years?
working on them.
In the next 5 years.
He's like, the ones I've got today are TikToks aren't that good. Wait till you see
Wait
the
till
ones
you
that
see
are
the
coming
ones
down in a
next
few
week.
weeks. Yes.
Down
You
to
know,
5
I do, but you do good too, man. Hey, you're one yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Popping.
Look,
It's popping, bro. Let's go.
I'm calloused at this point with negative feedback. It doesn't bother me anymore. I've just had so much of it. I've got to grow with it.
Do you know what I say to people? Like if somebody says something awful to me, I have two responses. It just shuts them down. Either I say, you're not wrong, or I'll say, you're not my mom. And I just post it on there. And it's just like they have nowhere to go. If you agree with them, they have nowhere to go. That just stops them dead in your track. And then like just telling someone you're not my mom just says it all. You're not my mom. You can't. Only my mom can make me take down a post.
And then say, listen to Pontiac streaming now.
Listen to Pontiac streaming now.
You guys check out the record. It is that. It's A Horse Named Texas. 26 songs, all written by Aaron. A lot by himself, him with other co-writers that are excellent, but all written by Aaron. And yeah, it's good to see you, man.
It's good to see you too, buddy.
Great appearance as always. And what also we talked a lot about now, but Aaron and I did like way over an hour a few months ago, just kind of like about his life and how he came up. I encourage you to go check that out on the Bobbycast because I learned a lot about you as a person there. This here is very much like, hey, what's up now? Tell us some funny stuff.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks again for having me.
And we did it nude. What people didn't
really?
know. Yeah, because we really wanted to like get back to the core of humans.
Yeah, we wanted.
I had a bolo on, but other than
Yeah.
that, we were good.
The bolo, that was a nice.
It was.
It kept me from getting distracted.
Yeah, but I didn't wear it around my neck. Just for everybody.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
my.
It was the whole thing.
But the bolo was just enough to let me relax.
Yeah. And it was shaped like his head. It was a bolo
Yeah.
of his head with the
Dude, that's a great merch idea.
your head
A
bolo.
bolo
bolo.
with my face on it.
People would buy that. People would literally buy that.
I mean,
Only do 100 and see how
what
they
about
sell.
like an AW?
No. Do his face with a high cowboy hat.
Okay. Yeah, do it. Sorry. Who am I?
I agree. I think that'd be awesome.
Okay.
All right, there he is, Aaron Watson. The album is out. Go listen to A Horse Named Texas, and the Horse Named Texas tour continues, and it continues all the way up until month 10, which is, 9 September. I know that. Like, terrible thing that happened to us, but it's how I remember
I know.
9.
Same.
10 October.
October.
Until
Let's go.
October. Aaron Watson. Clap your hands for Aaron Watson. Good job.
It's about